Hey, you crazy cats, welcome to Leaving Crazy Town, where we navigate the roller coaster of relationships, mental health, and personal transformation with humor as our trusty seatbelt.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and with my buddy Finn, we're here to share our real stories, expert insights, practical tips to help you break free from codependency, reclaim your life, and find freedom.
So whether you're wrestling with boundary issues, craving connections that won't ghost you, or just here for a front row seat to the wild ride of self-discovery, you've come to the right place.
So buckle up, we're leaving Crazy Town.
Hey, welcome to Leaving Crazy Town with Finn and Sarah. Today we're going to talk about, what, self-compassion?
Yes, we were going to talk about having compassion for ourselves and how important that is because you know... And we know that we can be perfectionists. We can be super hard on ourselves. When you're codependent, you're often trying to manage everyone else's lives and forgetting your own. So we put ourselves last. What else? So having compassion and being...
Do you guys notice that?
Oh,
what
no.
else?
I
so
always
having I'm
having compassion for myself right now.
I'm literally just a prop. Sarah said, I'd like to do a video with someone who's so handsome and just use them as a prop. No, I'm just kidding. Self-compassion, yeah, that's a tough one for me. I'm always like, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that?
And just the critical voice about whatever, our bodies, our intelligence. Are we this enough? Are we that enough? Just being enough, just being human.
Am I entitled to state what I need and want? That's a tough one.
Which is our mantra.
All right, so.
Oh boy. We have an example. I'm going to start crying.
The doctor becomes the patient.
So we're at this resort, okay? We decided to come to this resort for 2 days as kind of a indulgence after doing the channel and doing our work and all that stuff. So we are going to get massages.
Manly pedicures.
It's a beautiful place in Vermont. And there's been a few issues. And it's folks, it's the both and, okay? It's a beautiful place. We're in Vermont. And the menu sucks. So you have 3 foods on the menu. All right, and I know I sound really spoiled right now. All right, so this is the issue we're going to discuss. So what happened is this. We're in these rooms. It's super expensive. Again, we made the choice. And at 8 o'clock, the first night I'm here, it basically felt like a football game was going on.
Now, it's important to mention that 8 o'clock is bedtime, okay? It's not just somebody else's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 8 o'clock's bedtime. I mean, last night I was in bed at 7:30.
Okay.
So I just had to set the scene.
No,
so Sarah's all cozy in bed.
So I'm all cozy in bed. I'm reading my book and... all of a sudden, and I know it's probably a family with a tribe of children above my head, are literally, I'm not sure what they were doing, but it was like they were doing jumping jacks, okay?
They hate you. They didn't want you to sleep.
And so, again, I did the appropriate thing. I was having a reaction, though, because something old gets activated, I don't feel safe, whatever. So I went down to the desk, I asked them if they could call the room, they did. That first night, it took about an hour of me meditating, deciding if I should talk to the guy, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to go into a boring story where I finally went down to the desk. They called and it was kind of resolved. Within a half an hour, they stopped. All right, let's get to last night. Last night, which again, should I have gone to the desk in the morning and gotten a new room? I probably should have. All right. So last night, again, we have a great day. I'm in my bed.
Oh, and pause. And good friend Finn, my response to the whole evening is, my room was so cozy. It was like a little cocoon because I'm an ass.
No tribes of
children above.
Okay, so last night, 8 o'clock, and I actually think it's really quiet, and I think, oh my God, I bet you they've left. And I'm just about, oh my God, I'm going to start crying, you guys. I'm just about to really get into my show, and they must have come home. And the whole thing started episode number 2 again.
And we're pretty sure they adopted more children.
It was and I haven't been sleeping that great anyways, but it was stomping above my head. Okay, So I'm in my head. This is where the crazy town begins. Okay. I started to go down into crazy town where the mind starts. Because what happens when we're having feelings is our minds start taking over to make it okay. All right. So my mind started. Should I go down to the front desk again? Oh my God, what are they going to think of me? Is this reasonable that I should ask for another room? Oh my God, I must have a sleep phobia. Oh my God, I must have a noise phobia. That was my new one. Anyways, I go down to the desk.
So it sounds like you were trying to blame yourself for the fact that you paid all this money to go sleep in a hotel where people were stomping above you, and
I'm gonna start crying. Exactly. I literally couldn't figure out what the right thing to do was. I think because I was so just kind of beside myself. So I prayed, I meditated for like 15 minutes, tried to do my deep breathing, and thought, just go down again. Go down to these guys. Okay, and I'm a little amped up, you guys. So I have to say the F-bomb did come out. Okay, which was a little embarrassing. I've made amends to these desk people 2 days in a row. Let me just put it that way. So I go down and I just said, it's happening again. And these two guys are so sweet. And they looked a little scared because I was coming down with a little. And I said,
an edge.
could you call them again? A little edgy. I probably dropped an F-bomb, but then I apologized. I was crazy. Go back to my room. Last night, the people must have not.
They had a resentment.
They might have had a resentment against me from the previous night. It escalated. So I'm now in bed. The stomping is worse, and my anger is starting to get activated. And I think to myself, okay, I got to go down to the desk again, but I'm out of my mind. I'm a little upset. So there are these stairs going down to the front desk, and literally, as I'm walking down the stairs, I go, I'm going to need another room. And which was inappropriate. It wasn't angry. It was kind of powerless scream. I get up to the desk and I say, fucking people. These two poor guys, okay? And then I go, I know I'm embarrassed to say this, but I'm human and you guys need to do this. I go, fucking people can't set boundaries with their kids, which is a button for me, okay? And I feel awful about saying it, and then I have to apologize. And then anyways, they get me another room, which of course is going to be more money, which is we're going to resolve today. But this is the key thing. I go back to the room and I have a shame attack. So this is where we were going to bring it up in the episode.
Are you entitled
Yes.
to
So
ask for what you need?
yes, that's what happened. It's like I had to literally say to myself as I'm crying in my room, it's okay. And this is where the compassion for myself came. I was like, have some compassion for yourself. You're not sleeping. You're upset. You paid all this money. You deserve to be able to sleep. Okay, the overreaction wasn't appropriate, which I made amends this morning for, but it's okay. You can get your needs met. But for some reason, I ended up feeling ashamed of having those needs. But I pushed
Was there
through
a
it.
time when you were ashamed for asking for something you wanted or needed?
Well, I'm sure there's a history here, like we've talked about before. I mean, part of becoming codependent is you don't think you have needs, you don't want to have needs, and you sure as heck don't want to ask for what you need.
Yeah.
So I feel the way I'm interpreting it now is that it was a breakthrough that I ended up doing it, that I got a nice room. But the pain of walking through that, and that's what we're trying to talk to you guys about. Go ahead.
One of the things we talked about this morning when we were discussing this, never mind the fact that it's like 8 o'clock in the morning and people at a resort are probably trying to sleep, and we're video recording on decimal 90. Too bad. No, they can go to the desk and complain. No, actually, so what I was thinking is, Sarah and I were talking, and I said the goal for me in these situations
Yes.
is to get to have compassion for how it is and what happened, right?
Yes.
Because you're triggered.
Yes.
The goal is to get to a place where, like, wait, I'm entitled to sleep at a resort that I paid all this money for,
Yes.
and not have a family of 50 stomping on my head when I'm in
Right.
bed, and go down to the desk before
I get so crazy.
we're so triggered that we then have to feel bad about how we act. But the problem is we're still
wait
at that
too long.
stage where we're waiting because we're trying to justify, like, all right,
Yes.
have I done everything before I go complain?
Yes, and
Well,
rationalize.
well, guess what? I told Sarah, like, you
Yes.
paid for a room to sleep.
Right.
It's not like you paid for a room to have a party. You paid for a room to sleep in.
Right.
If you can't sleep, the service has not been provided.
And it is the both
Bottom
and.
line.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And it is the both and, like we always talk about. It's I deserve to have a place to sleep, and this is happening. This stuff is happening.
So the question is, does the shame come in because of the behavior, or is the shame also that feeling of I've just asked for what I needed, and it's triggering some underlying thing where we're not allowed to have needs?
Yes.
Because those are, it's a nuance, but for me, I get shamed because I wait till I'm way over the top, and then I'm like, oh God, why did I act like that?
Yes.
But also that vulnerability of going to someone and saying, hey, this is what I need and want.
Absolutely. I mean, those are great distinctions. You're right. Is the shame about just even having needs, or is there is kind of a consequence shame, which was like, I embarrassed myself with these two desk guys because I got kind of upset. And so that was the shame too. But the reason, again, we're going to wrap up with this compassion for ourselves. This morning, I got up really early. I did my meditation. I had my compassion for myself. And you know what? I also was able to turn it around and have compassion for this family, because I know what it's like to be on vacation with kids, and it can be insane. I can have compassion for them, and I can also ask for what I need. So it's both. So tool of the week, if you're really struggling or giving yourself a hard time about something, try to have some compassion for yourself. And what else?
I was going to say, if you're going on vacation, go to an adults only area. No, just try to recognize, and no matter what it is, if you have a desire, a need, try to say, you know what, to understand you're going to have feelings about it, but be like, wait, I'm entitled.
Yes.
Finn and Sarah said, I'm entitled to have this need met. I'm entitled to want what I want. You don't have to justify your existence.
Amen. And we are human, and we talk a lot about that on the channel. We're human. We're all of it, and we're trying really hard to be better people, and we make mistakes, and that's part of being human.
Yeah.
And we love you. We've been to Crazy Town
we're
yesterday, and we're out of here. Fasten your seatbelt. Thanks for listening to Leaving Crazy Town. We hope today's episode offered you valuable insights and tools to help navigate your relationships.
If you found our discussion helpful, please rate, review, and subscribe to our podcast. And share it with a friend. Misery loves company, right?
Stay connected with us on social media and visit our website for additional resources and updates on future episodes.
Until next time, remember that breaking free from codependency is a journey, and we're here to help you every step of the way. And hey, if all else fails, at least you'll have a few left.
So buckle up. We're leaving Crazy Town.